Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at Ethereum. Before we jump into the price action though, I'd just like to say thank you for watching. If you're enjoying that content, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and why not leave us feedback down below. Always happy to hear from you. Also in the description below you'll find a link to the Discord. Why not come check it out? Free to join. Once you're in the general chat area, just mention a member of staff. We'd be happy to help you out. Okay, so let's get into it. So there's quite a lot of options here and we're going to give you a few of them. Basically there is a lot of possibilities because this has gotten so choppy in the top end here. We can look at this in a few ways. So this is the one way we're talking about yesterday, potentially looking at our fourth wave actually completing here, and then we could have actually completed a fifth wave. We didn't quite reach this target zone, and I am a little bit cautious about calling this completed just because this top end move here looks like a three wave. So we can argue that there is a five wave move in here, but you'd have to say this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 with the extension in the fifth wave. So it is possible that this completes here, in which case we'd be looking for a move down towards this 1535 to this 1389 zone. I'd still be looking for this move down into some of this previous structure here and potentially this channel. So that's something that can look to play out, but until we actually lose these low points, this 1555 to this 1535 zone and finally this 1518, we can't rule out further extension to the upside. So we haven't quite come up into this white box that we were looking for. It is still possible that we do move up here and we will go over that. So we've got a couple of bearish and bullish counts, so we're going to go over those within the video. So within this structure, basically we need to talk about some things which we talked about yesterday, and that was that we had something like this playing out where we're looking for this as a 1, 2, 3, and then actually what we've done is come back into this fourth wave. Unlike Bitcoin, it hasn't crossed this, what we were looking at as a wave 1 potentially, it hasn't crossed that high. So if that's the case, effectively what we'd be looking for is potential to actually move back up one more time into this fifth wave target zone. So this fifth wave target zone is this 1741 to the 1712 area. So it is possible we see another move up into this area and then we look for a rejection from there, and that would then mark this fifth wave complete, and we could look for fourth. Alternatively, like we were talking about, we can argue that this fourth is further back, and this is a 1, 2, potentially looking at this as a third wave here to the 1740, and then we'd be looking for an additional fourth and a fifth here. So this is all things that can play out here. The immediate move that I'm looking for is confirmation of this fifth wave. If we break down past this point of the 1605, I wouldn't be looking at the structure like this anymore, and we would have to follow one of the other options. Like I said, we can argue that this does complete here, in which case we could be looking for potential support to come in at this 1622 to this 1571. And that would be looking at the potential of looking to extend up here, where this becomes a 1, 2, and then we look to push up again for a bigger move. However, this is not confirmed, so we just have to wait on the structure. So the zone we're still looking for is here. Like I said, if we do move up past this point, the 1740, we can get this additional fifth wave to the upside. But if we cross this 1641, it would invalidate this move. So we just need to, it's not really my preferred count to have this fourth here. It does make more sense for it to be here. So this is the one I'm sort of preferring within the structure. But like we said yesterday in the video, there is also a possibility this is just a bigger corrective move in here. So we need to just bear that in mind, and we could actually have this third wave complete here, and that we are looking for this as a fourth. So this is something we just need to watch and see how it plays out. If we're looking at this move, like I said, we could be looking at this as a 5-wave move to the downside to complete a B, and a C as a flat. So we're still within this zone. For as long as we don't break the 1605, we can still look at this potentially as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're looking for that fifth wave to the upside. If we break this wave 1 high though, this would invalidate the structure. So we just need to keep an eye on it and see how we start to progress. We can argue that there potentially is one more move down here. If we do still have that fifth wave to the downside, that fifth wave would look to target the 1618 to the 1605. And then that could actually be our our fourth wave low, or alternatively we'll have to look at it in one of the other counts that we're going to go over in a second. So yeah, if we do move down one more time, this could be potentially a zone that we look to target out, though we can't really cross this wave 1 high, otherwise it would invalidate our structure. So that is looking at this in this simple 5-wave move here, where we're getting this as a 5th wave to the upside. There is potential, though. We can look at this as potentially extending, and what we would have to look at then, and we're going to turn this on. If we look at this differently, where we look at this as a 1, 2, this is a 1, and then potentially this is a 2. So this is looking for the fact that we could still see bullish structure even if we do come down lower than this wave 1 high. And what we'd have to do then, though, is look for the confirmation of a bigger structure like this, where this becomes a 1, 2, this is a 1, 2, and then we actually start to push up in a bigger 3rd wave here. So we've actually come into this support zone, and like I said, there's possibility we have this additional 5th to the downside here, where this becomes a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or alternatively this becomes an A, we come up for a B, and we come back down for a C, and this is a A, B, C, X, Y, so a W, X, Y. So it is possible we come back into this zone. So this support zone is important if we're looking for this push to the upside. All these bullish counts get invalidated by crossing this 1555 and this 1535 zone. If we manage to hold this area, though, it is possible that we could look for this extension. So confirmation would only come actually by crossing this 1858, and this would be actually looking for a much bigger impulsive move here, where this becomes a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get an additional 4th and a 5th. So this is looking potentially, if it meets all these requirements and moves into the zones as I have it marked out here, could potentially mean a push up to this 1981 to this 1927. So this is something that can play out. We could see a move up here, but like I said, it only gets confirmed by really crossing above this 1858. So we need to just give it a bit of time and see how it plays out. If we can't manage to break up above this 1714 area again, then it is possible that we actually are in one of the more bearish counts, where we're looking for this 4th wave already. And if we fail to develop this 4th wave, so this 4th wave target zone is this 1535 to this 1389, with 1453 being the 382. So this is something that we can look to actually move down into and find support and look to push to the upside. Like I was talking about earlier, we are also looking for potentially a channel retest over here, though it doesn't have to happen, so we'll have to just see how that plays out. Most of the times we do get a retest into that, though. So the other way we were looking at this is the fact that we could be already within this wave 4. So I'm going to just turn off that bullish option quickly. There we go. So we were talking about it yesterday, that we could be looking for something like this, where we still have, where we look at this move slightly different, where this becomes an A, this becomes a B, and actually we look for a C to the downside. So for the most part, this could be potentially correct if we want to just say that this was instead of a 5-wave move, just a zigzag into here, and actually we're starting to break down. But the problem is, we'd actually want to take it from this high point if we're looking for the C wave. And what we'd want to see here to confirm it effectively would be a 5-wave structure develop, where we form this as a wave 1, come up for a 2, we form a 3, 4, 5. So we're going to go over this now. And basically with this, the WXY, so if we get a 3-wave move to the downside, something like this, effectively what we'd be looking for as a target would be this 1539. I am favoring the C wave rather, though, because we've taken this this W wave or A wave origin quite substantially, so it is possible it would make more sense if it was actually a C wave to play out rather than a 3 wave, but we'll have to see how it actually develops. So talking about that fact of looking for that C wave, I have a few options here that I'm looking at. So for as long as we hold this 171468, effectively we can look at this in 2 ways. So either we can look at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and potentially we're going to look to break down here, though this would be invalidated by crossing this wave 1 high point here, unless it becomes a diagonal, which would be 1666. 1666. Basically, if we cross that zone, then we would have to look at this as the other structure potentially that we're going to go over. So the reason why I'm being a bit cautious with this is that we didn't actually reach that 1.618 here. So it is still possible that we actually face rejection and push down one more time. Alternatively, we could form something like this as a 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we break down further. So this is basically looking at this without any extension. So if we do break down for this fifth, we did fail to invalidate this wave 1, and we do actually just break down here. This would be our target zone for this fifth wave, this 1605.73 to this 1618.50. If we do break down into that zone, effectively that would be our completion of a fifth wave, and then we'd be looking for 2 to the upside into this zone of 1693 to 1664, and then potentially looking for a drop down. This would only get confirmed by moving down past this 1521, but if we do see this move play out something like this, then we could potentially argue that this is going to be a 5-wave move coming into this zone here, looking to actually retest the channel. So if we do get something like this, the zone we'd be looking for completion would be towards this 1508 to this 1487, provided there's no extension within this third wave, which could actually look to push us slightly lower. So it's just something we need to keep an eye on within it. This fourth wave and fifth wave would actually then look to potentially push us a little bit higher. I'm going to just get this target zone. So if we came into this area here, effectively we would actually just be looking to come back up here for this fifth wave. The target area would be the 1796 to this 1721, though this could extend out a little bit, and we could actually look to come into this zone and retest this channel, though with regards to the actual fib relationship, there's no need for us to do it. It would satisfy the fifth wave by just actually moving up into this zone. So we just got to give it a bit of time to see how it plays out. The other way we are looking at this is if we do look to invalidate this, because I don't have a high degree of confidence in this because we didn't hit that 1.618. However, it is possible we could still see this play out. Sometimes we will still get a 5-wave move that just doesn't hit that region, and it does actually move down. So basically, if this does look to invalidate though, and we actually come past this 1666, so either this can be like I said, it could potentially be a diagonal, but I don't really like the structure where we cross this wave 1 with this wave 4, and then we actually make a wave 5 still. Alternatively, the other way we would be looking at it is like this. So all of these moves, like I said, get invalidated by crossing above this 1714 area. But this could also be a potential option that we could see here, where we form a 1-2, and then we have another 1-2. So the rejection zone for this would actually be the 1673 to the 1656. If we do get a 3-wave move up here, it is possible that we could see something like this play out, where we then actually start to break down for a bigger 5-wave move here. So we just need to give it a bit of time, see what happens, but the confirmation of this would actually come by dropping past this 1570, and we wouldn't want to cross above this 1686. Moving above this 1686 would invalidate this current structure that we have. And then finally moving above 1714 would invalidate any kind of a 5-wave move structure potentially playing out here. If we look at this structure, effectively, if we do get a rejection in this zone again, we can argue that we have a 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and 5. So this fifth wave potentially will take us towards this 1561 to this 1547 if it plays out exactly as we have it shown here, in which case we'd be looking for an additional 4th and a 5th. So that could all put us down here into this zone of this 1545 to this 1526. So with the fact that we are potentially looking for this as a flat, obviously this could complete the move then theoretically, and it could be looking to actually retest some of these low points here in this little consolidation zone that we have down the bottom here. However, we need to just be aware that we are looking still for the potential to break down. So if we do actually get a retracement back up, say we've developed this 5-wave move as it is stated here, effectively if we do get a move back up here into this zone of this 1675 to this 1624, it is possible we could actually see further rejection here. And the reason why I've mapped this out is because of the fact of the intersection with this previous channel here. And it would be just looking at the potential of actually coming back away from this as a 5-wave move, coming back, retesting, finding rejection, and actually looking to break down deeper. So this is just something I've marked up and I'm going to keep an eye on. Obviously, if it gets invalidated, it does, but at least we've got an idea. If we do get rejection into this orange box here, it is possible we could either form an ABC, but if this moves down to this 1449, we could actually just have a bigger impulsive structure here, where this becomes a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to the downside, which the targets, if they meet all these requirements that we have here, would be actually this 1431 to this 1403, and that would actually bring us quite deep within this white box area that we've been talking about for a while. So if we do actually move down into this area, that would kind of I would still be looking for that potential to push up for a fifth, but we wouldn't really want to come much lower than this 1389. So this is just a big mess up here at the moment. Like I said, it is possible that instead of a 5-wave move developing, we develop a 5-wave move, a zigzag, where we come up into this wave 2, and then we only come down to this 1-to-1, and actually that would just be a channel retest and looking to target out this this bottom channel again. So I do think that it's going to be interesting to see how we react around here. If we do start to break down, this would be one thing I'm just looking out for in case we have a deeper retracement, which could actually look to move down towards that 50%. However, there's nothing confirmed yet, and we would have to see this reject off of this red box area here and actually start to make its way down for this to confirm itself. If we do break this high point, like we were saying in the previous one, that rejection we need to watch out is at 1670 to the 78 to the 1695. If we come into this zone, it is still possible we can still look to push to the downside. So yeah, it just needs a bit more space, but taking out this 1714 invalidates all these 5-wave structures that we talked about, and then we would be still looking at that potential for just having this as a 5-wave move to the upside like we have it marked here. So if this does play out, effectively all those moves that we just talked about become invalidated, but it is possible that we can still look to break down. So we need to just be mindful of these things and see how we progress. If we do move up into this box, it'll be interesting to see how we react from there, whether we actually do just drop back down into this consolidation area and get another 5th wave up, or whether we actually look to break down deeper. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope everyone found the video useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and for all of those who did subscribe and have been supporting us, we really appreciate it. For all the new people, why not join? We try to keep you up to date with as many altcoins and BTC and ETH as possible, but yes. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and why not leave us some feedback down below in the comments section. For all the people which have been subbing recently, thank you very much for getting us over that 500 mark. It really does mean a lot to us, and yeah, we're obviously a small channel still, and we are growing quite quickly, and we do appreciate the support that you are all showing us. So just wanted to say thank you for that. And for all the people which haven't subscribed, why not hit that subscribe button? You kept up to date with all the latest altcoins, BTC and ETH on a daily basis. So why not hit it and keep up to date. Also in the description below, you'll find a link to Discord, like I said earlier. Why not check it out? Free to join. In the general chat area, just mention a member of staff if you have any questions. I'm always happy to help you guys out, and we do often sit in there and chat. So why not come check it out? In the description, you'll also find affiliate links for BYBIT and PrimeXBT. Both great exchanges. We use them on a regular basis for our trades. So if you don't have an account already, using the affiliate link does help support the channel. And there is a deposit bonus if you meet the requirements, which can be found on the website. So just check it out. But yeah, using those affiliate links does help us out. So if you don't have an account and you created using that, you are directly helping the channel, and we do appreciate it. Okay, everyone. We'll see you in the next one. Take care out there.